Hi, my name is Regina Ratliff, and I will be teaching you how to do a rear uppercut. Before we get into the rear uppercut, we're going to talk about the uppercut itself, the actual lead uppercut. Before you can understand how to perform the rear uppercut, you have to have the basic dynamics of the lead uppercut down. There's a lot of different punches or a lot of different punches or throws you can use in boxing, but the rear uppercut is used to open your opponent up. What you want to do is use to strike the opponent's chin, making them vulnerable for another strike or another maneuver. Talking about the lead uppercut itself, what you want to do, let me see if I can go where you can see my feet. What you want to do with the lead uppercut, you want to get into your athletic stance. Again, that's your, whatever, it has to be comfortable, stance, but at the same time, a natural feet shoulder width apart, or maybe your hip width apart. And then you're going to drop your weight, you're going to lower your center of gravity. You're going to engage your core. You're going to have your abdominal muscles tight. You're going to have your obliques are going to be tight. You're going to engage your glutes. You're going to engage and tighten all of those muscles to give you more power. Once you're engaged and you're dropped, your feet are apart, you're going to take your hands are going to be balled into fist. You're going to put your elbows bent. You're going to put your fist up. Your fists are basically your protection for your head, safety first. You're going to protect your head and face. And from this stance, this is your preparatory stance for the rear uppercut. Okay, backing up just a little bit to the lead uppercut. The preparatory stance for it will be basically about the same thing. With your lead, it's coming from the front. So I'm gonna lead off with my left. It's gonna look like this. You're gonna for the lead punch, you're gonna actually have to shift all of your majority of your weight onto that lead foot. And notice how this foot kind of pivots because you're shifting your weight. You're rotating your hips and shoulders and shifting that weight to that lead foot, because that's what's going to give you that power. That rotation of your hips and that force from the shoulder and bicep, that's going to give you the power for that lead strike. In that lead strike, notice that my arm is extended. I am close in to the target, but notice that I'm striking the target with my palm up, and also my knuckles are up. So my arm should be fully extended upon the strike, weight on the front foot and shift it, and then back into position. With the rear, same thing, except you're coming from the back position. So from this preparatory position, you're going to lower your body, you're going to drop down that striking arm, that arm. Notice how it's here. I'm going to exaggerate it. So it's dropped down maybe like 8 to 10 inches. Once it's dropped, you are going to drive it forward in an arc, forward and inward and upward. It's a lot to remember. It has to go on at the same time. It should be a very quick move, swift, like inward, upward, inward, upward. And then back into position. Again, that strike is going to look like this. Slow motion, you're going to drop that other arm, arc it, inward, upward, and towards your target. And remember, you're aiming for the targets, you're aiming for your opponent's chin. So when you strike your opponent, the back of your hand should actually graze that opponent's chin, lifting their head and positioning their body for a different type of punch, or maybe a cross or whatever. It can be also used in tight situations if you're close. It doesn't have to go. This punch does not have to impact the chin. It can impact the upper body, the blows here. So like the heavy bag being a body, you would initiate that rear uppercut the same way and just lower it. Instead of making that uppercut chin level, you just lower it down and give them a body blow. Body blow. Remember, it's lowered, drop, lowered, drive. Drop, lower, drive. What else? For the rear uppercut, it can be used not just for boxing. You can use this in circuit training. You can incorporate it into one of your stations. Maybe taking a little set of dumbbells. Suppose you have a station and you can get in position here. My weight's evenly distributed. I'm dropped. My center of gravity is lowered. My core is engaged. I'm tight. I'm in position. My head's forward. My back's straight. My eyes are forward. Drop the arm. Repeat the cycle. Repeat. Repeat. Other arm. Repeat. Repeat. And that's when you repeat it. That repetitiveness is what's going to give you your workout routine. That repetitiveness with the weights is going to make you stronger. It's going to build your muscular strength. Now, you don't want to start out with weights if you're a beginner, or if you're just starting out or trying to get into shape. You want to start out light, in fact, with no weights and no bands. Another alternative, another way that you can use this move would be with elastic bands. Again, the resistance in the band will help you build the strength and make you stronger. It'll help you build endurance. And when you build strength and endurance, you're increasing your power. So again, with the bands, suppose you have the bands here, and you can incorporate that move with the rubber bands. The tension in the bands, the resistance will make you stronger, especially if you continue to repeat it. If you're using this technique with weights or with bands, it can increase your cardiovascular health, your muscular strength, and your muscular endurance. So it's a really good benefit to have. Okay, what am I forgetting? Like I said, this move is normally used in combination with other moves, or it's never a move that's going to knock somebody out. There is a long range uppercut. There's a mid-range uppercut, and then there's a short range uppercut. The long range uppercut is not something that you use very often. It's not going to be very many times that your opponent is going to be in position where you can deliver that uppercut from way back, here, and that would be a powerful punch to come from here and then deliver it there. So you want to be up on your opponent with this strike, whether it's to the midsection or whether the strike is to the chin. You want to be close to your opponent for that strike to be delivered effectively. Common mistakes that people make when they're trying to deliver this uppercut punch or even the lead uppercut, common mistakes would be, number one, not lowering their center of gravity, not engaging the core. If I'm here and my core is not engaged, my center of gravity is not lowered, I'm just standing and I'm here throwing this punch. If I throw it, the lead, if I transfer my weight and throw a lead without engaging the core, without lowering my center of gravity, without all the preparatory steps, it can throw me off balance. And guess what? I'm open for a punch here in my midsection. So you don't want to throw it at an odd angle. You don't want to throw it off. You want to make sure it's directed and going straight forward and up in an arc. So watch it. It should curve. You should see a definite curve or arc in that movement. Another common mistake like I said, again, crossing over, going too far over, that's the angle. Another one would be trying to, too much force, using too much force on it. A lot of people, the videos I saw, people coming in from a lower position, from the rear position, but they were coming in with too much force. The strike could actually go through. The excessive force, excuse me, the excessive force can make the strike go through, and you could actually end up striking yourself. That has happened in a couple of bouts. Is it anything else? Let me think. The uppercut, the rear uppercut, the lead uppercut. Again, I guess the most important things would be to remember to rotate the hips and the shoulders together as you deliver the strike. Again, starting from the beginning, you're going to feet comfortable, shoulder width apart. Lower my center of gravity. Engage my core. I'm tight, my biceps are tight. Arms close to the body. Up, protecting my head. Drop down that lower arm. Drive, notice my hips and my shoulders are driving in to the punch. And that's the correct way. Now, with gloves, let's see what it looks like. Take a set of gloves here. Okay, find stance. Again, feet shoulder width apart, weight evenly distributed. Dropped, lowered center of gravity, core engaged. Notice my head is protected. So if I have some strikes coming at me, I'm protected. As soon as I see a chance or get the chance and see an opening, suppose my opponent strikes at me, leaving their midsection open, I'm going to take it, I'm going to drop this arm and deliver that punch. Again, it's going to look like this. Quickly. When you strike the target, you want to snap. And when you finish your strike, when you finish this punch, your elbow should be perpendicular to the floor. You should be at a 90-degree angle, and it should be at a 90-degree angle, and your fist should be up. So again, drop, lower center of gravity, eyes on target, head straight, back straight, core engaged, and drop down, snap. Drop down, snap. Back up for protection immediately. Follow through should be exactly as preparatory. And that is a rear uppercut.